Hello everyone, welcome to Mayway Gardening. We are in the front garden right now. It is late in the week. I usually do Sunday Mayway Sundays, but this week it's a little late, just like last week. That's okay. We're still getting a video in. I hope you all are still enjoying this, and thank you so much to all my new subscribers and followers. I really appreciate you guys' support. It means a lot to me. So let's get into what we have growing still. So this pepper plant right here, up front here, is our ghost pepper that has just been absolutely growing crazily. Along with these, I'm not exactly sure. I think these are Peter X peppers. Amazing, doing great still. It's crazy. It's literally the 2nd of October, and all the plants are still growing weirdly. I don't know how, but they are. So we still have our strawberry patch. You can see some strawberries still coming in there. And you can see all the new strawberry runners have put on so much new growth. Absolutely love it there. It is completely full now of all growth, new vegetation. I have a bunch of kale that I've harvested. I think I did make a short of that. If not, I will post it. I have some kale here, and in the other garden over here, took that out, and that's pretty much doing really well now. I wanted to make some kale chips. We'll see what I do with those. It's still in my refrigerator. I have these snap peas here that has grown very nicely. This is the second succession of snap peas. They might look a little worn out right now, but they have been absolutely growing. There's a ton in here that I have to get to, but I just did a harvest on most of these. So I have a nice Ziploc bag full of snap peas. So these are just still coming in, but I'll probably be taking them out soon, honestly. Our first frost, I believe, will be October 12th or 13th, somewhere around then. I've been really keeping an eye on the weather, and our lowest night so far has been around like 40, I want to say like 44 degrees was our lowest night so far for temperature. So I took a lot out. You can see a lot has happened here. I took down a bunch of these Brussels sprout leaves. I've seen something that kind of made sense, that the Brussels sprouts pretty much grow onto the stem, right? They don't grow on the leaf. So what I pretty much did was leave some of the leaves and that were getting like completely chopped down and eaten up, and the aphids came back. So I don't know what exactly they're up to, but I just ended up washing this down, like flooding this with water, because that gets rid of the aphids the easiest way, honestly, is just watering them. So like heavily watering. So I did that, and hopefully I will get some Brussels sprouts down here. I have some already coming up. Looks like we have some coming up there, but they're not as thick as they should be. So hopefully we get some Brussels sprouts. It looks like it's doing a lot better now, but taking a look over here, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for how unorganized and dismantled it looks. So I have some watermelon back there. I'm going to be pulling this watermelon actually right now while we're here, because it is completely ready. There is a second watermelon growing. Don't know how, but it has started growing. So we'll have two watermelons over here, along with some okra that looks like it's starting up finally on here, right there. That's an okra leaf. And then there's an eggplant down here that's not doing anything. So I'll probably be taking that inside to try and grow this in the indoor greenhouse. But this watermelon is where we're at right now. That's what I'm after. And I really just, is it gonna come off? Oh, nice. So this is our nice sized watermelon. Oh my gosh, look at how huge. It is a nice, decent sized watermelon, guys. You can see from, I guess I'll put my hand up to it. So that's my hand compared to the watermelon. And it's a pretty nice honker that is homegrown. So I've got my first official watermelon harvest for 2025. Very excited about it. I have some other things over here that's growing, some peppers and things. So I'll probably be taking those out along with these flowers. I probably will, I want to try to overwinter them. Maybe they'll come back next year. Not overwinter, but maybe just plant them in the ground and maybe they'll come back next year. I have a bunch of fall things too coming in. These are all Brussels sprouts. Lots of Brussels sprouts there. These are all the okras over here in these pots right here. They didn't do much this year, so I just kind of left them over here with some lettuce that I started in there. So you can see some lettuce has sprouted out. So I'll be transplanting all those little sprouts into their little fall home. But for now, I have this huge watermelon, and then I'm gonna pick our first eggplant of the season. Well, I picked our first eggplant already, but this is the official eggplant because it's a lot bigger. It's got the nice color of the Black Beauty, and this is an actual eggplant right here that we could use for a nice meal. So this is one eggplant and probably the only one I'll get this year, but I got an eggplant. Very excited. Oh my gosh. So we got our eggplant, we got our watermelon. Those are the two things I was really looking forward to this year, guys. So hopefully next year we'll get something a lot better than that, but I cannot be more ecstatic of that. Also, there are garden snakes out here. I found one and I was like, OMG. Very excited about that. Look at this pot right here. This is the pot that my son started from seed, and I'm not exactly sure what was all in it, but I know it was lettuce, carrots, there's a snap pea, so there's a bunch of different things coming up here. That's really exciting to see too. This okra is just doing amazing. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. That's pretty much where I got all my okra from this year, was this okra plant in ground. I definitely recommend putting all of your okra in ground when it's necessary, or when it's time, because that's definitely necessary for its growth. These artichokes have just gotten huge. I had 4 in here originally, took out 2, and then I left 1 to try and overwinter. It's right there. It's actually starting to grow, new growth. So that's exciting. But this right here hasn't started to flower. This is our biggest artichoke flower yet, or plant yet, probably the biggest one, but this is the only one that has flowered. So this is the flower that's already started and blossomed and gone, and this is a new artichoke that is starting to flower, and it's just absolutely beautiful. All these new starts down here, there's some broccoli Waltham 29. I still have a bunch of new starts over here, broccoli Waltham 29 and cilantro and celery. Got a bunch of those in there. I just picked this eggplant, so I'll probably be taking this out. These zucchinis are completely done. Looks like there's a flower still starting, so who knows? There might be some more zucchinis coming in. The zucchinis did excellent this year. Can't even believe how well they did. There's something coming up in there. I think that's cilantro that I planted back there. I didn't label, but it looks like something like that. There is some butternut squash over here. I've got 4 going. These 3 down here, and then there's another one up top. So I've got 4 of our butternut squash, late starts, but they're here. This is our basil, purple basil, Thai basil, and Italian basil down here, doing really good. Our thyme is doing really well still. All this is probably going to get transplanted once we move, if we do move, depending on if we do move, okay? It's all still in question, we'll see. But these leeks also looks really well. I'll probably be harvesting those soon too. And all these tomatoes probably will be getting taken out. I'm gonna harvest what's there, what's left. There's some in there I see. And then maybe wait on a few other things that are coming in, like these red cabbages. I have one right here. And then I have another scallion squash right here. I had 3 of them, but only 1 seemed to have made it in that I transplanted. So it looks like all these irises are doing wonderful though. Do you see these irises in the back? I transplanted those from the back garden and they look wonderful now. They're definitely picking up growth in green. I absolutely love the look of those. So those are what's in. We still have yarrow in. We still have forget-me-nots in. We still have marigolds in, and other things like this kale. I did harvest some kale. The eggplants are still in here, but most of the basil back here I'll be taking out, harvesting that for some fresh pesto. And I have some lovage over here, nice bushel of that in here that I'll be also harvesting for some dry herb. I'll probably be taking out all these peppers this week. This is probably the last week for our peppers. The frost is definitely coming in. Like I said, this will probably be one, or if not, a couple of the lastest videos of the front garden before we just hit full fall crops, which are our Brussels sprouts, our scallions, our red cabbage, did I say broccoli? Broccoli. Oh, I also put in some kohlrabi. And so yeah, broccoli Walton 29, cilantro. We have celery. We have some leeks still going. I have bunch of carrots came up back here, which is really nice. So a bunch of carrot sprouts. So we'll be looking forward to that. And there's a bunch more back here. So hopefully we'll get some carrots. That's behind the marigold, which is really nice. All of our marigolds did wonderful this year. Absolutely wonderful. Look at this marigold. It is huge. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm saving all of the pods. Like, if you literally anything, if you see a marigold like this, just take it. Go like that. Take the pot off. Open it up. All those right there. All those are seeds. You can literally plant all those, or just throw them around your garden and a bunch will come up just like this one did. So that's something that I did this year. I'm really excited and happy about and this one over here, actually, this is a new one too. So those are 2 marigolds that I just started from seed just by sprinkling one pod right off the plant. So there's a ton here. I've been collecting all of these for the years to come, for next year, all that. And it actually sets more blooms for your flowers that are trying to sprout or trying to bloom. So all those little newcomers coming in like this one, it gives them much more energy, and you can see a bunch of new ones coming in actually. Wow, this marigold did absolutely wonderful this year. Can't believe it. I really cannot believe how marigolds just do so well. They really do. You give them some sun, you give them some water, you give them a nice spot, and they do that. They literally turn to a bush. Wonderful. So we still have our lavender and our rosemary in this pot doing wonderful. Our carrots in this pot still growing. All of our corn I'm just letting go at this point for a nice fall decoration. They didn't get thick as I wanted them to this year. That's okay. There was always next year. So that's the best part about planting, is you could always try again. So that's why I'm not too upset about it. But this lavender has been growing so much better since I put it next to my rosemary pot. Well, since I put the rosemary in the pot with it, it has actually been doing a lot better. So I'm really, really excited to see where this goes. These carrots need to get thinned, like super bad, but you can see a ton have come up in there. These are all different types of carrots that I just sprinkled in this pot. And our radishes are doing wonderful. Planted those about 2 weeks ago now. They're doing great. More radishes, and I think this is a watermelon. It's a watermelon. I don't know what it's still trying to grow, but I should probably take it out at this point because it's not going to do anything. It's way too late in the season for a watermelon. But it is season for radishes or carrots and lettuce and snap peas and things like that. That is what fall is really for. And also your strawberries come back in the fall because it starts cooling up again. So your strawberries absolutely love that. And you might get some new strawberries on there, so, or before any of the bugs do. So they're definitely sweet strawberries. You could tell by how many you have left. from the animals getting to them first. So this is about the size of a organic strawberry. But then they get super huge too, like this one in here. They get pretty big. They get a pretty decent size. So these strawberries definitely did their thing this year. Very, very prolific with the strawberries. Very happy about that. And the runners just definitely did their thing. Super, super happy about the strawberry pot. I think I bought 4 or 5 strawberry bushels from a nursery. And that was a really good strawberry. Wow. And all these runners came up. So you don't need many. You don't need many plants to get started on a strawberry patch. That's what I do have to say. These beans are definitely still coming in over here. We have some lima beans. So you can see some lima beans still starting to come in here. Very nice. Size lima beans. Very, very nice. So hopefully next year I'll do better with planting beans and a variety of beans. Because we love beans. We do. We love rice. I'm not going to get even started on rice because I couldn't even imagine trying to grow rice in zone 6B. I'm sure it's possible, but that's not something I want to do. But beans, definitely. Corn, definitely. Potatoes, definitely. And sweet potatoes, definitely. So you can see I still have a sweet potato vine here. Right in here. Next to our collard green, which is doing very amazing right now. Nothing's touched. Well, some things are getting to it, but for the most part, that collard green is looking really healthy. So I also have some, like I was saying, I have some sweet potatoes around this area. So we'll be pulling those up too. I already pulled up all my sweet potatoes, but these will be in-ground sweet potatoes. So we'll see if it makes a difference or what size we got going. It looks like something's happening under there because there's some lifting happening under the soil. So that's exciting to see. But you can see we still have some beets in there. We still have Swiss chard. We still have this huge pepper in my face right here that I need to cut, but looks like still has some tiny ones still trying to grow. So things like that, I'm probably just gonna snip off, and if not, just leave this plant to try and see if it will overwinter for next year, because supposedly pepper plants are perennials, guys. So you technically can use your peppers from one year to the next year and the next year's and next year's. So hopefully I'm going to try and do that. If I can't, I can't. But if I could, that would be beautiful. That would be amazing and less work, right? So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully we can do that. So I have a bunch of broccoli Waltham in here. I have some right there that just came up in this section. These are all the Swiss chard right here. More Swiss chard, this whole row. And then we have our chive onions that have just been doing great this year. Thank goodness. I planted this one time and I had it all year. I've been snipping, using it, and it's just been coming back and coming back. And this is beautiful. I think there's only 3 stalks here, and it's just 3 stalks is all you need for some chive onion, and it will definitely be fresh and amazing. I love my chive onion. We'll always plant that. So we still have some beets in here. Nope, that looks like a Swiss chard. See, that's what I got confused. My Swiss chards and my beets. Don't do that. But it's very easy to. Okay, this is the difference. Okay, so this is a beet, right? This is a beet. Beet leaves are purple, right? But Swiss chard leaves, you could see the stem on it. That stem has like a little vein. This one doesn't. This is a beet. This is a Swiss chard. So that's the difference between a beet and a Swiss chard, if you're wondering. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything that is in this garden. My hyssop looks like it wants to come out so bad. But you can see some, I guess flowers you would call them. Yeah, flowers. These flowers are still growing and they smell so wonderful. I don't want to take them out. It just smells so good. So I'm going to keep these and all the baby borages. You can see all back here, that's all borage from the last borage that I had here. I'm gonna take all those sprouts, put them in a pot, and hopefully we can have those for next year. If not, I will just get another borage plant I'm sorry, I didn't even get that plant. I planted that from seed. What am I saying? I didn't even know that was a borage plant. I thought it was a loofah plant, and it ended up being a borage. So if you know, first time gardeners, if you know, you know. But hey, I'm still learning, so I'm not even mad. This sage, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. There's 2 back here, and they have just been mingling and doing their thing. Look how big they got. Definitely a thick bush back there of sage. I also planted some chive over here. You can see a bunch of new sprouts coming in, all the celery sprouts. Oh my gosh, they look great. Oh, that might be actually cilantro. This might be, yeah, this is cilantro. This is the celery. I really heavily seeded, huh? I'm gonna have to take some out and do a thing. But you can see that next to our radishes. And a bunch of clover. That's actually really good for the soil, but we don't want that there, so I'll probably be taking that out. So yeah, there is a bunch of cilantro on this side and celery on this side. So you can see the difference between those sprouts. Those are our fall sprouts coming in. Very excited. And over here you can see these sprouts. These are our spinach sprouts coming in here. I planted spinach on this side and broccoli waltum on this side. So that's something to also look forward to. These leeks are just leaking. I have to do something about them. These are the American flag leeks. Absolutely love these leeks. I think I planted them. I plant everything way too close, but I just love it. I don't know. If I can use it and we need it and it's worth it, and I'm gonna do it. I never grown a leek before in my life, nor have I tasted one, but I just want to see what they grew like, and this is what they grow like. It's pretty amazing. An American flag, it's definitely giving American flag. I don't know why, I don't know how, but the way that it's growing, it's giving. I love it. I don't know. Anyways, these carrots in this pot are doing, they look like they want to get transplanted. They're not doing so hot. They hate it here. These were my rainbow carrots. I definitely want to take these out and put them somewhere else before I lose them all. That's what I'll be doing with this pot, because wow, yeah, that's not looking too hot. So anyways, let's move around the garden over here to this side of the garden, so you can see the garden like this way. So the garden isn't looking terrible. It's just looking like it's coming to the end, and like it is fall, which is not a surprise to anyone that is in zone 6B. We are in this time of the year of our fall season and everything is growing or dying. So we're gonna replant for fall or fertilize soil, refurbish soil for next year before the snow hits it and before the soil warms back up for spring. So there's a bunch of things to do before winter comes, but everything so far this year, I would say I'm so happy with this garden. This front garden was one of my favorite gardens to grow ever in my life. I thought that I would never get a harvest this big or harvest at all this abundantly, but it is just an absolutely amazing feeling. And I wouldn't change what I'm doing for the world, honestly. This is helping my family. This is feeding my family. This is helping me therapeutically, just mentally, physically, everything. It's just amazing for my health and also for my family's health. So I'm going to keep growing for as long as I plan on breathing. And that is that. So I came to this side just to show you guys what it what the whole garden looked like from this side, and also just give you guys a sneak peek of this little pot here. This is the I think is our chives as well in here, but I want to say these beans that were in here did not do very well, but I'm going to be taking this pot, this is one thing I'll be doing, is taking most of my pots with good soil, dumping it into our flower beds. And that's once I take everything out. Like all these eggplants, they're not going to do anything. So I'm just going to take them out now. As sad as it is to do that, I'm taking them out now because they're not going to do anything. And they're just kind of taking up soil nutrient at this point. And I'm going to let all of our fall things kind of take over instead of all the spring and summer stuff. So that's what I'll be doing this week, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And this is a lettuce that is trying to go to seed, which I probably will let it because we need some lettuce seeds. So that is that. And there's a lot more to see, guys, for our next time in this front garden, because all the fall things will be a lot bigger and all of these summer things will be out of the garden. So that is something to look forward to. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I know it's a little hard to remember to do that, but don't forget to do that, guys. Come on. You're showing your support, and I love it. I absolutely love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, guys. See you next time. Mayway Gardening.